Fellow Nigerians, the Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo, both home and abroad, especially the youths, remember that we still stand on one Nigeria. For the unity of our great beloved country, Nigeria, is not negotiable. And to keep Nigeria one is a task that must be done.
Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria! Nigeria no go scatter, the original policeman says so. Carry go!
Nigeria no go ever scatter. Now you want to scatter.
And do you hear what they want to say?
Nigeria no go ever scatter. Now you want to scatter. Now listen. Our great leaders making Miami well. No united we stand behind every reform. There should be no more corruption, insecurity, unemployment, power failure, religious crisis, terrorism, tribalism, favoritism, and we can't do it. Nigeria no go ever scatter. Now you want to scatter. And you hear what they want to say? Nigeria no go ever scatter. Now you want to scatter.
Listen, go!
All the terrorists making Miami well. No united we stand for our country, Nigeria. You know go scatter, stop killing, innocent people, stop bombing. Churches are most, schools are order. Because Almighty God called them killing. This is my advice to the terrorists.
Everybody down to for the battle, good. Nigeria no change.
We gotta sing it together.
Everybody down to for the battle, good. Nigeria no change. We want to congratulate our leaders, our new leaders for their victory. We believe Listen, we are going out for the change. You wanna go with me? No, no more. For the vote where you can't stay in the country change. That is why you are for the voting. I tell you no.
Nigerians, don't worry.
Oh, boy.
I know that we must get to the promised land. My fellow Nigerians, don't worry. I know that we must get to the promised land.
Nigeria no go ever scatter. Now you want to scatter.
And do you hear what they want to say?
Nigeria no go ever scatter. Now you want to scatter.
Come follow me, sing, come follow me, go.
Change unto the terrorists. Change unto the kidnapper. Change unto the robbers. Change unto the bad leaders with the scatter Nigeria.
You this?
All we need is love.
This is a Muslim we love one another. Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, love one another. North, South, West, we love one another.
Nigeria, good people, great nation. We are the giants of Africa.
Come follow me, sing, come follow me, go.
Nigeria, good people, great nation. We are the giants of Africa.
Grown up people, the original policeman, they party and along my side. I can feel for the beat, so respect life.
Nigeria no go ever scatter. Now you want to
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed that track from Wadu King. I think there's no better time to play this music than now. We're all disillusioned. A lot of us are unhappy. we are sad. In my last show, I don't think it's the last one. I defined democracy as the rule of the majority and oppression of the minority. Let's put it that way. So naturally, democracy is not even a good thing because it enables the majority to oppress the minority. What is good in that? That depends, but society have to move forward. So we picked on it. That is better than the minority ruling the majority. Otherwise, there's nothing special in democracy. It's still oppression. It oppresses some people. Whether one person is oppressed, it's not the will of God for a person to be oppressed. So I can understand where we are as a people. And you can imagine how sad it can be if your mandate is stolen or you think your mandate is stolen. There's hardly anything that the Christ is going to say tonight that perhaps heal you. But when you start to study law, the first thing they teach you is the concept of rule of law, and which is the modern civilization code in my book. Modern civilization, I don't think it's been modern civilization. It has been from the day God gave commandment to Moses. Before we were living by morality, our own, what we think is right or wrong. Then we say to God, give us law. God gave Moses the 10 commandments. I want you guys to listen to me. From that 10 commandments, it is from the 10 commandments of God that every nation constitution is drawn. And it's drawn on one fundamental principle, the rule of that law. Whether you like it or not, you obey the law. So, if you guys agree with me, perhaps, if I say, please, let us exercise some restraint, let us follow what the law says, maybe you guys will forgive me. Not that you guys will, but I hope that with time, because one thing I know is time is a healer. You know what? Time is a healer, except when you are in love. When you are in love, time doesn't heal. I know that. Maybe if you have a broken heart, time can hardly heal that. Well, we'll come to that another day. But tonight, let's keep it within the political arena. And the need, I am begging for one thing tonight, that, where you wrong go since, you say that the Christ me go, God go touch, my hand go touch all of them, when don't leave me. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Daddy Chris, and this is Midweek broadcast from SRTV. Tonight, I'm going to touch a little bit on the Nigerian politics. The election is come and gone, and I really want to congratulate the people of Abia State, because that is one of those things. I see people on the street jubilating that the Labour Party candidate eventually was declared winner. And I think Nigerian democracy is moving at an amazing speed. In fact, a year ago, if they tell you that Labour Party will win an election in Abia State, you'll be thinking they are jokers. Where are the mighty giants? Today it's a different story. I like the change, though. But this is what I want to say to you people. In as much as this is victory for some people, in the same Abia State, the PDP that came second have a very bad day. They're sad. They're not happy. They're not celebrating with you. And how do we handle this? How do you handle situations like this? I have seen the situation in my state at the moment where people are really, really sad. I can imagine the huge support of Omagege in this dispensation. How do they deal with it? May God give you the understanding to deal with this loss. But there's only one message here. When we were in the unit, they were telling us about advantage and disadvantage. And we asked, is there anything that is a disadvantage and an advantage? It doesn't exist. Because what might be advantageous to me may be a disadvantage to the other. I'm going to use the layman. If I'm walking on the street and I lost my wallet fall on the street, probably lost 1,000 pounds. I have lost. Somebody walking on the street, run into that money. It's his great day. He's lucky. So, as it is advantageous to him or her, it is a huge disadvantage to me. I don't believe in advantage and disadvantages. The same way, I don't agree with democracy that it is the fundamental thing, is the invention, the new invention that is good for everybody. Rubbish. Because in as much as you say it is good for some, it's not good for others. It is more sad when it is a stolen mandate. I'm afraid to say that we Africans, we are not one. It's going to be difficult to say, let us go back to our traditional system where we have the kings. If not, who becomes a king, we don't argue it. A family or they inherit it. I don't know how it comes to be, but I don't think I agree with it either. Nobody's born a king. I'm not born an idiot. God born everybody equal. I don't know this stupid king and that. So that's why I agree with that. Maybe we should all go with the new system, the conventional, the Republican way of life. However, it's not only us. Maybe that's how God created the world. He created us and gave us kings. We have kings in England, all over Europe. King is the most common thing that has been with us from time immemorial. It's because we're being meshed together, forged together, that we now say, okay, no one king can rule everybody. We now decide to come to a way. But what I'm trying to say tonight is there will be no fundamental, no principle, or no system of government will be perfect for mankind, except that of God. No one. Because if you, like I said, whatever you say, Tinubu have won Nigerian election. Not that some people agree, but that's not my point right now. He has won. APC are jubilating. PDP are crying. Labour Party crying. Kai! But then I have only one message. There's only one thing that works in all the system of governance. You know, before I sum it. Even in America, they have another system of government. They don't have the same system we have here in the United Kingdom. I mean, Nigeria kind of copied the American system. They have the presidential system of government, but Nigeria, you're not copying through federalism, because New York have their own police, they run their own economy. They contribute to the federal. You guys, the federal government control our oil because the oil is coming from my region. I'm not happy with that. But we'll come to that. Who is going to be happy? There's no happiness in democracy. That's what I'm going to. What I'm trying to say is, when you see the American system of government, which is the presidential system of government, the British system of government, which is the parliamentary system of government, and you see them practice all over the world. Some of them have written constitution, some are unwritten. In UK, there's no written constitution. It's a confused state. In fact, I was asking them the other day that, how can they call something the case law, which is something Nigeria used to anyway. They use case law these days. They become case. When judges rule, they use that as a reference and become a part of law. I don't understand. That when judges make a ruling, that ruling becomes a law because other judges will refer to it in their judgment. And I said, what if that man was drunk? Well, that's a debate for another day. What is interesting in all, be it the American system, be the British system, be the African system, be the Togolese, our kings, the way they used to rule us before the white people came, there's one thing that is common. There's one thing that is fundamental. Rule of law. We are made to obey the law. So if you have that in mind, it doesn't matter which system of government that is in place. What we want, or what we should be talking about, is the rule of law. The question I ask you guys in Nigeria is, do we have rule of law? We don't. Because people bastardize the law. You know, that's why order has happened in this election. I know you guys will hate me for saying this, my hero remained this old man. This man remained my hero. You know, for signing that bill, signing the bill, saying to them, no, from now, let the judiciary run their own economy. Let the legislature run their own economy. The executive run the... You see, before now, the executive controls the money. And money is the power. You see, when they say there's power, where's the power they're talking about? The power is really money. Okowa doesn't come to shoot you gun every day and force you to do things. No, Okowa have money. He put the money there, you run there. He knows how to control you. Okowa can make two families to break head, like he did to Robo Breakhead. The only instrument Okowa had was money. When you take that money from Okowa, who give a damn? Who are you, Okowa? When the money left to Bori now, who give a damn about the Bori? Look at the world where I sit down like a baby. Because the power is no more there. Where's the power? It's not the office, it's the money. It's not the police following them. They are police. You don't have security, man. Doesn't have the money anymore to throw around. So money is power. Now, I really didn't come to do that tonight, but I just want to say that as we are crying and jubilating and seeking silence, let us put one thing in mind, that democracy is not justice. Democracy is not justice because it's not justice for all. As long as it favors one person, it might actually make another person sad. That's what I am taught when we try to study this stupid thing called law. They tell you that 1 + 1 is 2. That is mathematics. In law, we'll be asking why is 1 + 1 2. We always ask why. Anyway, so we're gonna go into that a little bit more in the coming days. But tonight, because of the short time I have, because I'm really not feeling that great, something happened to me, but I'm getting better now. So I'm getting strong all of a sudden. I don't know how. Maybe there's a miracle there. But what I can say is, I want to talk about something you guys can see on the platform behind me. The question is, who is coming to London? Don't rush, because I'm going to take my time to talk about this event tonight. You'll be playing you guys run through the promo, you've listened to it a couple of times, but it may not make sense to you. But tonight, I'm going to make sense of it all. Before I go into that, let me give you the quick commercial. You will listen to this and I'm going to talk about it all. Don't go away, man.
SRTV London, in partnership with NTA TV Enterprise, present the maiden edition of the Nigerian Week in the capital of the world, London. A wonderful blend of entertainment, business, and networking, displaying a wide range of arts, national cash crops, financial products and services, and real estate. For huge extra opportunity in diaspora, look no further. The 36 states of the Federation, the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, Trade and Investment, the Nigerian Film Corporation, and host of others will be in attendance. Date 15 to 21st of May 2023. Venue Lighthouse, Camberwell, Southeast London. For details, log on www.superiorradiotelevision.com/Nigerian Week or call +447 549 513 619 or +234 814 358 2856. The Nigerian Week, celebrating the best of Nigeria from the rest.
Okay, that is the summary of the topic of today. It's the Nigerian Week. It's an event organized by SRTV London in partnership with the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, Nigeria, and the Federal Ministry of Trade and Investment. These are our two major partners. They partnered with us to present what we call an admixture of entertainment and business event. What does that mean? What that means is there's going to be, as there's entertainment. What is entertainment in Nigeria? We have films, we have music. I'm going to talk in detail about all of them. And we have fashion. Sometimes food is entertainment. And that is on one side. You can't deny Afrobeat these days. So you cannot lie that the Nollywood has not come to stay. we are the richest when it comes to food, maybe because of our diverse culture, which is unique. For those of you that got it wrong, between films and music, fashion makes more money for the Nigerian state than both of them put together. But we are not aware. So I am coming up with this package for Nigerian Week, where Nigeria will have the opportunity to showcase our movies, our music, our fashion, our food on the international stage. And I'm going to tell you the people that are coming to the event. The next question, that's why I say, who is coming to London? We're going to address that. But that's one segment of it. Then number two, my biggest anger with the Nigerian state of today is our over-reliance on oil. The fuel gonna go. The crude oil we are exporting is gonna die. That is not what God blessed us with, really. It was of recent we discovered oil. In the past, we had cocoa, we had granite. The granite pyramid was a good story. We could, you see, I said it again and again here that if we cultivate only Niger State, we will feed the whole of Africa. Only Niger State. The reason I know is Holland, Niger State is bigger than Holland. Yeah, Holland is making over 20 billion US dollars yearly from export of agricultural produce. So as part of this event, we're giving opportunity to Nigerian agricultural produce to be exhibited. And listen, this is what anointing. I was in the UK here. I met a woman from Delta State, though she's Delta Igbo. And she's actually the one that approved the kind of agricultural products that can come to the EU then. And when you come to look at it, Nigerian agricultural produce don't have access to the UK. They say there's something wrong with it, whether it's not approved or what a rubbish. But Ghana products are in Tesco. You know, let me explain this. The banana we eat in the United Kingdom is coming from Ghana. Go there now, you see sardine made in Ghana. Where is Nigeria? Because you guys are only looking at oil. If you guys have listened to me a lot, I've always complained that if I make a phone call in the United Kingdom, the people that pick my call are actually in India or South Africa. Because the cost of labor in the United Kingdom is so high that they want to contract that kind of job out. And I asked MTN, yesterday I was talking to them, what does it take for us to create a customer service so that we can begin to drag this job to Nigeria and give job to our young people? I'm telling you now, in the UK, you get paid £1,500 minimum for doing customer service. That is 1.5 million naira. I'm sure our boys will happily do this job for 500,000 naira. And it will be a decent job. Why are we not doing it? Then I find out that some criminals are actually into it, but you don't know. Again, the Nigerian Week is here to celebrate that. And when I say I'm talking of Nigerian produce to the UK, the person said to me, hey, but there's Nigerian groundnut now. Where do you sell it? If you come to the UK, the poorest supermarket, the poorest market, we can't even call the supermarket, are the African markets. Sorry, guys, I'm not talking down on you. Our restaurants are actually doing better than our shops. Come on now. So I'm not thinking, I want African products to compete with them in Tesco, in this mainstream market. You know one thing that confused me, and I know you guys are watching me tonight. All those rubbish they sell at Primark, are they better than Nigerian products? Why can't we take part? Why don't we have our own share of this European cake? You see, the last time the Europeans came to Africa, they said we're going to Africa to have our share of the African magnificent cake. That was the quote from the King of Belgium. Maybe it is time for Nigeria to have a share of this magnificent European cake. I don't know about you, We're doing our own legally. We're not coming to oppress. Anyway, that's a discussion for another day. The Nigerian week. Faith, are you there? Because nobody want to talk to me tonight. Let me see you. Yeah,
Yes.
I like that.
Good evening, sir.
Welcome, my daughter. God bless you. So,
Thank you, sir.
yes, I'm talking about the Nigerian week. I've been very, very elaborate, trying to talk about what the event is all about. And like I said, this is a huge event, and I try to explain what the event is made up of. It is true that Nigerian films, Nollywood, I'm coming to that. I'm going to talk about it at length tonight in detail. No, you cannot trash Nollywood. In the beginning, they said, oh, those films are not good. We can see your sound. We can hear anything. They play music 24/7, but we are third in the world. And I'm going to distinguish that. And I'm going to say we are third in the world. Meaning Britain cannot even talk when we are talking about movies. Why? Because we have an industry they don't have. Sometimes Nigerians don't understand this. It's one thing to be able to make one great film, but to make it an industry is a different phenomenon. When you can make film and make money and feed a generation or feed a set of people, that is when you have an industry. Look at the number of people employed by Nollywood today. You cannot trash it. That's why we are turning out the content as well. But I'm going to talk on the downside of it as we move on the show tonight. Because it's my job. It's what I do. So that is on one side. If you are sick, in those days, the first time I stood up and danced, I was in a restaurant here in Edmonton. The music that came out from the radio, first time I've never seen it in my life. It was Oliver Twist, The Bunch. Whoa! You see, we all got up and we started dancing. The first time I heard a Nigerian Afrobeat in a British radio as I was eating. It couldn't be better. Before they won't play it. But because now we've come of age, we've got the population. I don't see, you go and see T.Y. Savage and this young girl in America. T.Y. Savage, how many views, how many followers he have? That one is struggling. The power of Nigeria, the power of Africa, the power of coming from a great country. We're not destroying Nigeria, my people. Nigeria is an asset that we need to protect. We're going to kick out the old fools. Kick us out. Take Nigeria. Make it your own. Nigeria is not your problem. Nigeria is actually a blessing. The only reason Nollywood succeeded was the population. You put something in the market, it grows. You have market. What's your problem? You can't get it wrong. You see, I don't know why our system is struggling tonight, Faith, because sometimes it takes time to regulate itself. I'm going to take a quick commercial break if it continues.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, when it comes, by the time we come back, it might be better. So let's take a quick break.
SRTV. Innovative content, global audience.
All right, it's innovative content, global audience. I think it's better now. I have a way of making the system to wake up. Now I think I can see moving. Feto, so let's talk about Nigerian Week. It's such a beautiful package we put together. Like I said, it's a mixture of entertainment and business event. And when we talk about entertainment in Nigeria today, we talk of the movie industry, which has succeeded. In fact, it has made millionaires. And everywhere you go, in fact, I made a film with Omotola far back in 2011 in London here. And the guy that I paired with Omotola, one with Johnson, he's a known star here. If Omotola go on the street, they run after her. But nobody actually knows with Johnson. And I was confused. Hey, Will is a more established actor than Omotola then. Do you know, the funniest thing, I had Vincent Reagan on my set. But nobody recognizes too. Omotola was the talk of the day. That is how powerful. When you come from a nation, when you come from a big nation, the power follows you. Population, number. Urobo say, I know 2 hours more. About to. You see, you need the crowd. Let's leave. We're coming back to movies because I have issues with that. We're talking of music. Only Michael Jackson in those days can come to England and play in the football arena. Only Michael Jackson. Very few selected musicians. Do you know that this boy, Wizkid, is performing? My place here is very close to Tottenham, the Hotspur Football Club. The boy is going to perform there next month. Ticket is already sold. I'm not talking of Burna Boy. Burna Boy don't need that kind. The stadium will be too small for Burna Boy to perform. Can you imagine if they said this some few years ago? I said, Nigeria, do not touch that country. Kick out the assholes. I don't even want to talk about that. Burna Boy will sell ticket. In fact, I'm begging them to come and perform at the Nigerian week. I am begging Nigerian artists. That is how much they've established themselves. The power comes from home. Because our people love the music, we were dancing to it. Sooner or later, other people begin to join us. Now it is a success. Numbers, we have it. Do not destroy Nigeria. Now, let me tell you the most interesting one. If you combine music and film, put them together, they don't make enough money as much as fashion is making for Nigeria.
That's true.
And people don't know. You understand? They think, oh, people that say, both of them, put them together. Fashion makes more money than that. And so if you come to think of this, I said these three industries need to be celebrated at this event. Now we're going to look at it critically. We're going to see how we can make it better. We're not going to copy anybody, but we're going to create something for Africa from all. And if possible, my slogan is this. If back then the Europeans came to Africa to come and tap on what they call the magnificent African cake, perhaps it is time for us to come and tap on what we can call the magnificent European cake. I'll come to that. That's politics, but it's real. We'll come to that in that. Okay, that is on one side. Then I quickly rush down to the trade aspect of it. For those of you who don't know, if you're making a mistake, Nigerian agricultural produce, they are so good, they're so natural. Even our groundnut, when you eat it, you know you're eating some real Nigerian.
That's true.
And if you
That's
have
true. Here, our groundnut is different.
And if you taste our real plantain, but funny enough, my people, there's no Nigerian plantain in the European market. Actually, now I only eat this thing, one thing that they call it fufu from Ghana, made from plantain. That's what I eat here. Because when you get to my age, you don't want to eat too much sugar. Gari is becoming a problem for me, so I eat that. But that Ghana own, made from plantain, now processed, it's what we all rush to buy here. Very expensive. I'm asking myself, where's the Nigerian one? Do you know how much God deposited in Nigeria? I said again and again, if we cultivate only Niger State, we will feed the whole of Africa. Meaning we'll be so rich. Only Niger State, I'm not saying the whole of Nigeria. But yet, people in Niger State are going to bed hungry. That's why I said we have mad people as leaders. They're not leaders. In fact, how can you help somebody if you don't know what to do? Or if you can't even help yourself? So people that think there's money in oil, all they think about is how politics will bring oil or how the seaport will make more money. There's still, but there's so much money deposited in the land. Hello. I'm ashamed of my country, but I'm proud of you because the potential is enormous. So the Nigerian week cannot exist without making room for agricultural produce. You know what is annoying, Faith? I thank God you are here. If you come to London, the only market you cannot look at are the African market. The Turkish have their glassy market, you see it, you understand? Every other country, every other nation, except the black people own. If you see our supermarket, you go say, that's why for us. They have to stop. So that's one of our major challenges of our time. But the good thing is, if we create, I use one word that The only thing we need to do is to make money. That's why every time somebody quarrel with me, I always go on to go and make your money. Because money is power. When they say the office of the president, the only reason they are going there is the money. Who give a damn if you be president if you don't have money? The governors of the state, which the election have been done now, if they tell you how much they control, that's why people are dying to go there. It's not because of anything, it's the cash. If Nigeria want to correct that, they don't need to pay them a lot of money. Then they won't even fight for the office anymore. Nobody wants to go and stay in that dirty office. But there's money there. So, but we can make the money as a people. Nigeria have given us. In fact, there's no people as blessed as Nigeria. You have a huge, like, you know what's so funny? Faith, there's nothing you put on the street of Lagos that you will not sell.
That's true.
If you agree to do, let me put it this way. If you come out in the outside and you just start to do Indomie and egg, you make maybe 15,000, 20,000 naira a day. People that go to work, how much do they get paid? It's a decision to be poor in Nigeria. It's not a it's not a man-made own. You decide to be poor. That's why you choose that stupid government work. The same place where I see Mala make 22,000 a day from Indomie. A guy came back from work. I said, how much is he paid? He said 9,000. That's her salary. I said, you're a prostitute. You choose to be a prostitute because you can do better. Where do you go to that job of 9,000 naira? You see, can you imagine? Okay, that's the power the country has given to us. So much opportunity. But I'm not even thinking of the one we did now. Years ago, there was a magnificent African cake. Now there is a magnificent cake, especially in the United Kingdom. We just left Brexit. With Brexit, meaning we don't have friends. The whole of Europe are no more that friendly with us. So we need to sell our product somewhere, and we need to get some goods in. After us, we are Commonwealth. We have a bond with Britain, with the United Kingdom. We're going to tap on it and begin to open the trade link. Faith, I will not stop saying this. The last phone call, the people that you call now here, people in South Africa pick my calls. I've not seen in Nigeria pick my call from customer service. I'm talking of a job of 1.5 million per month. If you take that contract home, you can give it to these young people and they do it for 500,000. Maybe you even, if a company that is paying 1.5 million, 1.5 year, if you give them, say you do it for 1 million, the speed now they will give you the job. Provided the job is done. You understand? Any wise person don't care. That's why they contract this job to South Africa, to India. Where is Nigeria? Nigeria is not there. I spoke to MTN yesterday about this. And the MTN told me that most of their services are contracted out. We're going to explore that. But that is one of the things that will be happening at this event, the Nigerian week. You see, I'm not going to say, all you want to do is only to come and sell granite or biscuit. No. Intellectual stuff like that will come to play. And you know the first company that actually registered with us is real estate. They registered this morning. They come into the Nigerian week, and I'll be sharing some of their flyers by Friday. Because now I'm doing some work with them. You know what's so good? Faith, you know, it's the fault of Nigerian real estate not to have taken advantage of the European market. We are from Nigeria, all right? We pay mortgage here. If you give us opportunity, say, let's buy a house at home. It's not too expensive. We pay 100 pounds or maybe 200 pounds at the end of the month. And then when we go back, we have a home. We will buy. You understand? But
we have a choice.
See, and they are coming now. They know that. So that's why they are the first to register. That they don't even need to think of only Europeans coming to do. Nigerians abroad, if they subscribe to your real estate, you are a bloody rich man. You know, the last time I make a movie here, I was with Obi. Obi said to me that, Chris, what are you worried about? If only 5% of Nigerians in UK buy your film is already a blockbuster. Only 5%. That's the population we have.
That's true.
So you can imagine now where we are. So that is something we don't need to mess with. We need to take advantage of what we have as a people. And Nigeria, like I keep saying, Nigeria is the blessing, it's not the curse.
Exactly.
So if we this event, the real estate aspect of it is just one. Then before I'm going to go into this event so far, I'm going to just throw one important thing that concerns me as a Nigerian. Faith. Maybe because of my deep knowledge in this area, I included this one. That's why we invited the Nigerian Film Corporation, the Ministry of Information and Culture. They just launched something called IDICE in Nigeria. In fact, Faith, you need to hear what Nigerians are doing. The initiative are there. If you are a Nigerian and you are not accessing public fund, it's your fault because you're not watching, you're not listening to your people. It happened in Aso Rock last week, and I was invited. I had to join through Zoom. IDICE is an initiative for young people who want to do anything digital. If you have a digital idea that you are doing, IDICE is there to help you. Maybe you want to launch an app, you want to do something, you understand? It's made for young people in Nigeria. And I'm saying to you guys now, tell me that they will not give to you. That is a lie. Because between the Bank of Industry and the African Development Bank, in fact, here in Europe, for me to get any money, I still have to put a package together. You need to learn how to put your things together and approach these people. I spoke to Bank of Industry. In fact, they are 70% on the road coming to this event. Let me tell you one thing that I told them. And this should be interesting to all the filmmakers listening to me tonight. Faith, let's think about this.
Sir.
We in Nigeria, we make movies. Nigerian, it's the Nigerian people that go and shoot the film. Nigerian faces, okay, we watch this movie. No, I have a friend from Adamawa. She brought the mom to Abuja. All the old woman watch is African magic. African magic. You understand what I'm saying? African magic. Faith. African Magic is a South African company. Not a
That's
Nigerian,
true.
Not a Nigerian
That's
one.
true.
Then another place where
true.
you're going to watch Nigerian film today is where? Netflix. If you are a filmmaker today, your film is not in Netflix, you are a failure. If not, now everybody say, my film is on Amazon Prime. Okay. And you see the implication of this. It's good for the filmmakers. It's good to raise the profile. But you know the disadvantage, the thing that doesn't pay well with me. We produce film. We consume it. Somebody else is making money on our head. African Magic is making money on our sweat.
Sincerely.
Now,
And
Netflix
even
is
this
making money on our sweat. Netflix. If you can't add the last one. Now, Amazon don't say the magnificent African cake. I use the word. What did I say, African? Magnificent African cake. What I talk about tonight may be too deep for you, but you need to play this video again. The magnificent African cake is what the king of Belgium used in those days during the colonial time. It's exactly what is happening again now. If not, it makes no sense that Nigeria will make film, consume it, and the business of it is run by either Netflix, African Magic, and all that. And then we have this whole initiative happening in Nigeria. They all say the Bank of Industry is opening. I say, hey, shut up, because you don't know what you're doing. If you know what you need to invest on, you need to actually look at this area. Make it indigenous. What stops us from having our own African Magic? Don't call it African Magic. Give it another name. What is wrong if Nigeria have something like Netflix, run by the private and public? So what I did, Faith, I'm not going to go too much time on that, so they don't steal this idea and run away too fast with it.
very important, sir.
Yes. So what I propose for Nigeria, and if it works, even if the reason why it's good to say this is because God gives you ideas, not for you. So I propose something I call the Nigerian Film Fund. When they hear it, when I say it, the guy said, what? I said, the Nigerian Film Fund. I have been in Europe for so many years, Faith, that I know how it works here. And that's why I say to them, I don't stay in Europe. I live here. And they follow them, they share money here. Meaning I don't be part of them. So I can only suggest things that will work for us. And see, the Nigerian Film Fund, you see what they do? we have the British, it's the British Film Institute that share money to filmmakers in the UK. The money, you know where the money is coming from? It's not coming from the government, it comes from lottery money. I asked the Nigerian Film Corporation, why can't you? I'm going to indict somebody tonight. Thank God he's leaving the office now. Why can't you set up Nigerian Film Fund? You don't even need government to get the money to give to filmmakers. You know what the Film Fund does? The Film Fund will look at your script. If they like it, they'll give you enough money to go and make the film. Knowing they're going to make money out of it. You know, we don't have to do our own like Oyibo when they give money, because here in this country, that's why the industry didn't grow. They give you money to make the film. So whether you already make profit before you make the film. That's why you see European filmmakers, they don't care. But in America, it's not going to work. America, you make film, go to Hollywood. Hollywood generates 1/4 of the biggest economy in the world because they make film and make money. Let's copy that one. But Nigerian industry is not so big. Why can't we set up a film fund to fund some interesting projects that can bring real money into the country? It's only then that Nigeria can compete with the Oscars and compete and bring the Oscars home. That is where we're supposed to be. But because we don't have film fund, how can a poor man go and make a film and compete with Netflix? You know what happened to Iroko? Iroko was doing well.
That was what I was going to tell you, sir. Talking about, when you're talking about Africa Magic, talking about Netflix, Prime Video, Amazon stuff and all that, I wanted to mention just that. Do you know we have our own Jason Njoku and Mary Remy Njoku? These two people, this couple started Iroko TV and they were doing well. They even shot a movie and launched Iroko TV in London before COVID now, striking. And now the story is what? I don't even understand. Most of the companies are shutting down in most part of the world.
You know why?
They're not giving them spaces.
There's something people don't understand. When you let Iroko die, the wealth of Nigeria is taken away by Netflix, by Amazon. You
guys are taking your movies to Netflix. Moabudu, all of them. Why can't they give Iroko these movies?
You cannot blame Nigerian filmmakers because they're looking for the highest bidder. It is the duty of the government to make sure we
available funds.
Nigerian films.
Available funds.
See, and does Iroko have the money to compete with Amazon? How much does that poor boy have to compete with African Magic? But Nigerian government that have all the resources, the bank of bloody industry that could do this, where are they doing? They don't understand. They have a clue. So what I do now, I'm bringing all of them to London. Come and sit down. Let's talk. We're going to create a Nigerian film fund to address this. We cannot be cooking and eating and somebody is making profit from our sweat and our food. It doesn't make sense. I'm talking this from the point of authority because I know what I'm saying. I'm not guessing. All the films I've made in the United Kingdom have been classified British film. Nigerian government don't even understand what I'm saying. You understand? And when you make a film in the UK, they give you 20% of your British spend. So meaning if I spend £1 million to make a film now, all I need to do is take my film to them, show them it is made by British people, done in Britain here. I will be given £200,000 back. It's not arguable. They will give it to me. That's for making the film in the United Kingdom. You know what they're looking for? They know that if you make the film here, you engage their people. Is it not the British people that make the film? So it's your money. You spend the money here, and you know what? The actors, they want to make sure that the people you use in the acting that 75% are British. That is the cultural test. Who shop the money? Is their own people. They're saying, bring your money and spend it here. In Nigeria, our young men will struggle, fight, and go and make the film. Yeah, they will take it again and go and sell to African Magic. The Nigerian government is looking at Panama. They're looking and they think they are punishing these kids. Actually, you are ruining the Nigerian economy. Because if that money stays with Iroko is likely going to spend it in Nigeria. Netflix takes their profit away. Amazon is going home. South Africa, hey, who did they give a damn about you? I mean, I can understand South Africa that we can claim to be all Africans. The Europeans have enough. It's not a fight, but it's a thing that the federal government of Nigeria needs to look into. Anyway, we'll be looking at that. Nigeria Week is designed. And that's why I designed a special package, which I call Nigerian Film Fund. Faith, I'm going to let us think again. This is quite an interesting one. And I want you to listen to me. This boy is coming to play in London. You know his name? Sometimes I don't know where it came from. Not I mentioned him just now. His name, because it's not somebody I thought. I saw him perform with Sonny Ade one time, and I was saying, "Wow, this boy, Whiskey." He's going to close down a stadium of how many capacity? That is where he's performing. Have you seen Burna Boy perform in Europe? They closed the stadium.
Now die.
The thing we don't ask ourselves, Nigerians, is who is behind this event? Who is making money? Oh, God. I am bringing an artist to come and perform now at the Nigerian Week. The artist will be paid a particular amount of money. You don't go. Now, me, when they organize the event, I get the money. Did you ever ask yourself, Nigerian government, who is making money for these artists that are going out? Let me tell you one politics I've been going through the past 2 days. There's a Nigerian bosser in Ukraine. He's not a Ukrainian because maybe his parents is very misraised. And I'm inviting him because I want to give him an award, which I'm going to talk about shortly. The funniest thing in it, Faith, is that they said before they would release a Ukrainian artist outside, they were giving me condition. And I said, hey, I'm not interested. I'm just going to recognize him for being a Nigerian, fighting for us. You understand? If you want to keep him, you can. But that's to say, they protect their intellectual property. But Nigeria actually export our own. You know when you have nothing to do with them? Look, you know how many people have exited? You know, as I was talking today, they told me how many Nigerians have been moved down to the UK in the name of coming to do care work. The care work is not working. Trouble is everywhere now. It's coming. It's looming. What a country that we are so blessed. So when we talk of leadership, when we talk Nigerians that we're talking of leadership, you guys think we are talking about how they're going to share oil money. That's not what we're saying. I'm going to end this one politically. I'm going to leave Nigerian Week because Nigerian Week is something I'm going to continue to discuss more. There's too many angles to it. But before, to do justice to this show a little bit, because I'm more about money. Feto, I interviewed a man on this platform. His name is Frank. I don't want to give the other name. Now, that man is among the richest man in this world. And funny enough, the guy is from Delta State. So, you know what he said to me? After this election, he called me. You know the funniest thing? I have to confess some of them. For those of you, be careful. Before that, the Chris will say something. I'm a very careful person. He called me and said, it is time to turn Delta State into Dubai. The language he used, he said it is time to turn Delta State into Dubai. Apparently, the guy is an Okpe man. He grew up in Saple. He's now a complete US. If you see him, he's American. You understand? He's very happy that Sheriff has won. You understand? And now we can actually, what we need from Delta State government is just the documentation. They don't need to bring in 1 penny to turn Delta State into Dubai. You see, yesterday, when I did a show on Sunday, I said, every nation, if you go to any family, God don't bless una with 1 person. If now look where the person did there. You just need to look where. If I didn't open Urobo television, I wouldn't know that man exists. I won't open him more so that the phone won't have too many these days. Because it's going to get too many emails the next second. You understand? It's not something you can open yet. But the bottom line is, what I discovered is the money to turn our country to something great don't actually come from this stupid oil money. Nigerians abroad have enough money and the connections and the knowledge. You see, this man is not coming with money alone. He has the understanding. Some of the things he's talking about are alien to me. I don't understand what he's saying. He's talking some money that if they say it, you will run. In fact, the amount of money he talks about, I'm confused. The Central Bank of Nigeria cannot even think about that. Do you know that we have only 6 central banks in Africa? 6. Banking in Africa is divided into 6 zones. The West African, East African, Central African, North African, and they have the Diaspora Bank, all recognized by the African Union. I'm talking deep now. I'm not talking about your Central Bank. Hello. This is where the guy is talking from. He is too deep. He's too understanding. Now, sometimes when he talks, I say, sir, I don't understand though. He said, you understand? He talked to me, I said, I don't understand, sir. Because the truth is, I really don't. He has the capability to give you that letter of credit. That letter of credit is what we need to turn the state into Dubai. Nigerians were so lucky. If we look inwards, that's when they hide for Sokoto, they for your backyard. So, it's a wonderful time. So let's talk about Nigeria Week a little before we end the show tonight, because we don't have a lot of strength. So how are you? I hope you are getting ready, because I want to give you some assignment and which we'll be handling from there before you come. We'll do the press release together tomorrow. The event is exciting. It's really, really exciting. I wanted to bring in a container. I couldn't. But we should think of the aftermath of the event. What are we going to benefit from it? Are we going to launch an online market for Nigerian produce in the UK and Europe? And this is the most interesting thing I want to do, Faith. And this is why this project is really interesting. Nigerian Week London is not a place, oh, Nigerians are coming to London to come and sell their product. That's not what I want. Now, what I have done is we're inviting Nigerians from all over. If you are in France, we will write to the head of the Nigerian community in France to nominate 5 people. Of course, you are not among them. You are part of SRTV, so you are coming as SRTV. You understand? But then we will nominate the one person will nominate 5. So we'll get about 5 people coming from France, 5 from Germany, 5 from Italy, 5 from Croatia, 5 from, you understand? So they will all be here to come and witness. To come and witness what we're going to see on that day. I think it's going to be fun, because you see, so the Constitution, America is already flooding the place. And I said, America, take it easy. Canada is so flooded. I said, let's add Europe. You understand? So that when we discuss, the discussion can take home. You know, one of the people coming to make a presentation, the Nigerian custom. I've invited them specially to come and talk to us on the ease of doing business in Nigeria. So because sometimes these guys get away with certain things, you understand? Let's put them on the international stage and explain to us, if I will have goods to send to Nigeria, what are the things I must do and the things I must not do? I also invited the immigration. If I am traveling as a foreigner to Nigeria, what are the things so that I can come home to your country safely? So they'll be here to make a presentation. So while the whole business activity is going on, the trade is going on, the institutions will be making presentations on what they do. So that is the constituent of the Nigerian Week London. We're going to spend more time to actually talk on the details. Can't talk about the film festival tonight. I can't talk about the food, which Princess is here. She loves that food aspect. No, this is what I said, Faith. Why would I want to take my girlfriend to go and eat popcorn watching Nigerian movie? I don't understand why popcorn. You understand? I am saying that we should have correct eba at the cinema, so that when I go and watch a movie, it becomes my dinner time. As I eat my food, I watch the film. My proper food. Why would I eat something besides even sugar? Not too good for me again. What we have there is sugar, popcorn with sugar. No, at my age, I know they eat sugar. They watch Nigerian film. So I'm saying, so what I have done on this event is make it food and film festival. So as they eat amala, correct one, they eat suya, would they watch Nigerian film? So that is one of the major. I put that for 4 days of the event. So and that one I look forward to it because I can't wait to see us eating proper Nigerian food, proper one, and watching movies. So those are some of the packages. Like I said, we have time to talk about all that in details, one at a time. When I come, I will just spend day one of the event, and we'll just spend a lot of time to actually let people know what the day one is. But what I really want my people to take from this show tonight is, if you are in Germany, you are in Austria, you are in Ghana, you are in Sierra Leone, you are in South Africa, you are entitled to come with 5 persons. But I want to deal with the Nigerians who is your head of your community there, because that's why he's the head of the Nigerian community. He will be the one to nominate 5 people to come with him. So that is the way we are inviting people right now to come to London for this event. Now I'm going to end the show. I'm going to end the show by showing one thing, which is quite interesting. See, we carved out this one. It's called the Recognition Awards. All right. Just today, Fred, today, they put out the picture of a Nigerian man who was going to buy a football club in England. It's a Nigerian that owned Gatwick Airport. Gatwick. Now Yoruba man get them. A whole airport in England. So money no get color skin. Now money not be the thing. If we can grow your people economically, you don't do everything. Last time I was at the Black History Month, they talk of how they want to dance. And I say, hey, these young people don't give a damn how you dance. Tell them how they can make money, tapping on their African heritage. They said how? I said, okay. This one I said, luckily, this boy, Davido, just performed at the O2 Arena. And I said to them, do you know Davido is from Nigeria? They say yes. He performed at the O2 Arena. I say yes. How much do you think they made? The money Davido make in a day, you're not going to work out for 20 years for this country.
That's true.
And who is behind
That's
it?
true.
Now you bought a drum. Because we don't have the resources to compete with these people. And anytime they see you as Nigerians, we actually bastardize ourselves before anybody. We are not stupid people. We need to wake up. So Nigerian Week is beyond what people might see. They think it's a typical event. It's more. That's why I took my time to just explain a little bit about Gary with pig, I beg. And they say, yo, Kevin, you know how to do that one well. Kevin will go to these places. You know, I cannot cover this, my princess face too much. Kevin will go to this beach. It can't food when Kevin they eat there. Kevin, but God, only you eat all that one finish. That Kevin is a very bad boy. Kevin, but I have good news for you, man. Only Kevin understood the language which our man was speaking. Financial bagger. You see that, Kevin? You see that? See, sometimes, what did the Kevin they talk about? When it comes to the banking sector, I have no clue. But these are the people that can change destiny. The few that can change our destiny. So, Faith, how are we going to handle France?
We'll work on it and see who are, the people we know that really, that what we are looking at is not just getting anybody to just say, okay, come, we need crowd. We don't need crowd. We need people of, substance.
And you know
that
what
really
I
have
did?
something to
Yes, because I believe that our challenge, I always say to people, there was a time people were making film in England. And I say, you people are doing show, but you're not doing show business. Show is about business. You understand? So that's the thing they don't understand. And I don't come out sometimes when they do the show because I don't go to shows. I go to showbiz. It's called showbiz. There's business in show. You understand? So what I have decided in the course of this recognition award, we're only recognizing brand creators, entrepreneurs. You understand? In the film industry, yes. In the fashion industry, yes. But I'm not looking for actors. You understand? I will have one or two actors saying our face. In fact, the actors coming, you'll be surprised that they are filmmakers. That's why they get that recognition award. I'm not interested. I always say to people, I'm going to give the best law firm in the United Kingdom, run by a Nigerian, the best account firm. You see, this is how my system works. Because these are people that are creating wealth. They are the drivers of economy. Not the people that, oh, I'm a good actor, I'm a popular actor. Okay, go sit down. Where's the producer of that film? Now I get the money. And that is the area where we're going to recognize a lot of them in this award. So that recognition award is not an award to show your fine face. It's an award designed to honor successful Nigerian brands around the world and the people behind them. So you won't get an award from us. You will not. If you are not a brand creator, if you are not an entrepreneur. I'm not saying you must be solely an entrepreneur. Maybe I'm a lawyer. I am saying to you, if you're a lawyer, I bet, okay, open your own chamber. If you're an accountant, try open one office now, make you employ people. Why must people always employ you? And that is why I intentionally said that this award, this recognition award, is for those, and it's not for Nigerians at home alone. It's for Nigerians around the world. So if I see a Nigerian person who's run a successful restaurant in Paris, that is my interest. Or somebody that owns a Nigerian boutique, or all kind of boutiques. It must not be a Nigerian, but a Nigerian that owns a fashion house in Ukraine. He is the one that deserves this award. So we are picking the people that are creating the brands that makes money. Because the only problem why we are where we are, why Netflix is coming to make money from our head, is because we don't have money. The only place where people have money, the politicians are siphoning it. They take and run, go abroad, go marry new wives. So that is where it is, Faith. Faith, better get ready, because you are needed more than ever.
I'm ready to serve, sir.
I know God will bless you, my daughter. So, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to end the show a little bit because it's a bit tiring, because I just really came out of a very stressful day. I say I must do this show just to talk about the Nigerian week. So the show is about Nigerian week. Faith is one of those. Who is this person now? When my phone starts to ring like this, it's not always good. But the person must not know that I'm here. So yes, so that, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the broadcast today. It's Nigerian week, as you all know. That's what I focus on. But I started by talking about leadership to some extent. And at the end of the day, my people, it boils down to money. And we want to make money. And that's why our recognition award is towards money. Even the entertainment is towards money. Nollywood would be unsuccessful if they were not making money. The Nigerian music industry will still be dead if there's no money behind it. But the question is, are we there? Are we taking part? Are we taking advantage of our resources, which God has given to us for free? That's why Nigerian Week is there, to give you that platform to showcase what you have. Please contact us on the usual number you can see scrolling on the screen now. If you're interested in Nigerian Week, if you want to come, if you're an entrepreneur, of course, we're looking for sponsors too. It's not too late. You can't get it wrong, because I always call London as the capital of the world. You're positioning your brand where you can never get it wrong. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say let us have a beautiful evening. When I see Faith, I am covered. Thank you, Faith, for joining me. And you stay with us. Yes. And say hello to the family.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good night. Love you guys. Love you too. Bye.
Bye.
SRTV. Innovative content. Global audience.